Hello and a very warm welcome to Bharata. First time frankrausanpereira. This is FRP Explains. First, let me inform you about Bharata First Knowledge Center, a learning experience like none other which will transform the way you learn. Classes have already begun for international relations and Indian art and culture, and we've had a phenomenal response. Everyone who's been a part of the journey has completely loved it. You too can be a part of this incredible journey. Go to kc.bharatafirst.com and register today. The limited period early bird discounts are getting over soon, so make full use of it so that you can be a part of this journey and learn along with the live classes. In case you missed out on the live classes, there's nothing to fret. You can always catch up with the recordings and then join the modules as and when you register. Go to kc.bharatafirst.com and register now. Since you're here, please like the video, subscribe, hit the bell icon and then all notifications. Well, I'm here to talk about the Ministry of Cooperation, a newly formed ministry which is under Minister Amit Shah. Now, the fact that Amit Shah is heading this ministry in itself talks about how important this ministry is and how much of an impetus the government is going to put on this ministry. It's interesting because it comes in the backdrop of the farmers' protest. Of course, the farmers' protest support is being dwindling slowly, but nonetheless, the opposition has joined the ranks and is trying to keep the farm protest going. The farmers too are doing their best. This is a well thought out move as far as the government is concerned, keeping in mind the 2024 elections, because the farmers and agriculturists have a major role to play as far as votes are concerned. And hence we have the Ministry of Cooperation. What is the Ministry of Cooperation going to do? It's going to strengthen the administrative, legal and policy framework of cooperatives. Over the years, we've seen that cooperatives have lost their sheen, but there are some great examples of how well cooperative societies have done. Amul is a case in itself. There are others too who have followed down this path. So what is a cooperative society? A cooperative society is basically, in principle, at the grassroots level, people come together as one and as a collective they try and put out their produce or their products so that they come from a position of strength and as a collective they can get a better bargain for their wares. So this is what a cooperative really is. There are about 2 lakh cooperative societies in the sector of dairy, about 330 cooperative societies for sugar, as in sugar mills. So, and they've all been doing well. And as a collective, the agriculturists and farmers have had a better end of the bargain. But the cooperative societies are not doing very well across the country. They are doing well in states like Gujarat, Maharashtra and Karnataka. So the government now wants to give an impetus to cooperatives so that they can reach the grassroots level, and the protest that we saw from the farmers for the 3 farm laws is somehow overturned and works in favor of the central government. So more than anything else, it is a political move and it could be a political game changer come 2024. And like I've mentioned already, the fact that Amit Shah is heading this ministry speaks how much that the government wants to put into this ministry and really help out the people at large, because at the end of the day 2024 elections are in mind and are in sight. The government has been receiving a lot of flack as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic as well. So these are some things that the government wants to turn around. The cabinet expansion itself saw several new faces, saw several new old faces going out, and the average age of the cabinet has indeed come down. And this too talks about how important the 2024 elections are for the central government, and all focus and all eyes are there. But the more interesting aspect, of course, is the Ministry of Cooperation, and very clearly it shows that the government is serious about trying to reach out to the farmers and the agriculturists and want to make some kind of a turnaround. Now, with regards to cooperatives, there are also the banks cooperative banks and others who provide for loans both at the rural India level as well as urban India level, and they've been contributing heavily to in terms of loans and other aspects. There have been some failures as well. We saw that in Maharashtra, and that's something that we need to keep an eye out for. So when the legal framework and the administrative as well as policy framework is figured out, and we come out with that, we can see some kind of a change being brought about as far as the cooperative banks are concerned. And if time is anything to go by, I think before the 2024 elections, this ministry is going to be on in full swing, and we are going to see it take shape sooner rather than later. More than anything else, it's the political game that we need to watch out for. With that, it's a wrap on this edition of FRP Explains. Once again, let me remind you about Bharata First Knowledge Center, a learning experience like none other which will transform the way you learn. Classes have already begun in international relations and Indian art and culture, and we've had a phenomenal response thus far. Please go to kc.bharatafirst.com, get all the details and register now. Make use of the early bird limited period offer, which is going to be open only for a few more days. So make full use of it, join the Knowledge Center and transform the way you learn. kc.bharatafirst.com is where you need to go. Since you're here, thank you for your continued support, and please do like the content, subscribe and hit the bell icon, share the content as well so that more people get to know about Bharata First. For those of you who would like to come forward and make a contribution, you may do so by using our UPI IDs. A small contribution that you make will be a giant leap for us to keep bringing you this content. That's it from me. See you again next time.